Olivia, and my continent is Asia, and my animal is the crocodile. And the crocodile can live up to 100 years. Some live 70 years. Crocodiles eat all sorts of stuff, like all stuff, even people.
Mm.
They can eat people too.
Are they fast runners?
They don't really run really fast. That they go in the water, or their tail.
What else did you learn about the Asian crocodile? What does this picture show, and what does this picture show?
They hatch out of the eggs.
Does the mama stay with the eggs?
Yes.
So the mama takes care of her babies. And what are some things that they eat?
Fish, marshmallows, deal, tacos.
All right. And what group of animals are they in?
Reptiles.
Reptiles. Yes. And
Do they-
are the Asian crocodiles, are they a certain color?
Yes. They can be black, brown, gray, or green.
You got some nice pictures there. Would you like to answer some questions? What does this show?
It's an alligator wanting to eat another alligator.
Oh, all right. I thought it was a nest. All right, would you like to take some questions?
Yes. Henry. How deep can they swim?
They can swim in good deep water.
Probably about 60 feet. Michael. How much eggs do they lay? Probably about 3 eggs at a time. 30 eggs at a time. When? How fast can they run? 30 miles?
Yeah, they're fast runners. They could catch it if they could catch a person that's running.
Very.
Yes. So they are dangerous. Can you think of anything else you'd like to tell us?
How wide can they open their mouth?
Got a good picture around the right there. Up top or even on the bottom.
Very wide.
Like really wide.
Yes. And how strong are their legs?
Yeah.
Like, are they weak or are they strong? They're very strong, aren't they?
If you were gonna have
this picture? See, that's a person standing up. Look how big they are.
It's training.
Ooh, that's really scary.
And my then Andrea.
How do they camouflage sometimes in the forest or in the pond?
Probably they can camouflage in the walks in Asia.
You got
Hello, my name's Dempsy and my report is the platypus and my continent is Australia. Map of Australia. This is Australia right here. This is their flag. It's kind of like ours. It has the same colors, but it's different looking. This is Uluru. It's the biggest rock in the world. That's it. That's it. That's a film of space on top of space, looking down. It's over 10,000 feet. Actually, over 1,000 feet. This is the Great Barrier Reef. It's the biggest reef in the whole entire world, and it's the grand home to the great white shark. Facts about Australia.
Do you wanna? Many species are found.
Many species
found here.
found here at us are
Nowhere.
Nowhere else.
nowhere else, like in
Like the platypus,
Platypus.
platypus,
kangaroo.
kangaroo, and koala.
You already mentioned the rock. You could go to the next one maybe.
And
Home to some of the deadliest.
home to some of the deadliest spiders and snakes in the whole planet.
It's the largest reef in the world.
It has the largest reef in the world.
And the nickname of Australia is the Outback.
The nickname of Australia is the Outback.
Alright, what do you want to tell us about the platypus now?
Back,
The duck.
duck-billed beak.
The duck-billed platypus.
The duck-billed platypus are so
Small
small, shy
animals.
animals. Have a venomous,
Flattened.
flattened head and body to glide in water.
Their fur.
They have fur on top and tan.
Dark brown
Dark brown
on the top
on the top
and tan on the belly.
and tan on the bellies.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the fur?
Is it thick?
Is it thick or thin?
Kind of thick.
Thick, that's right. And their fur, when they swim, what happens to their fur?
It kind of gets wet, but
Repels.
It stays dry.
it stays dry.
That's right, even when they're swimming.
So it's always dry. It's like magic fur. Spend most of their
Time
time
alone.
alone,
Sleeping.
sleeping or
Eating.
eating. These Mammals are bottom feeder, feeders. Their
They
scoop up
insects.
insects in larvae, shellfish, and worms in their bill.
They do not have teeth.
Has no teeth. They live for 20 years. 12 years in the wild.
Scientists think these are one of the earliest mammals.
Scientists think these are one of the earliest mammals.
For
112 million years around with the dinosaurs.
Can you tell us about your labeling that you did so nicely?
Right here.
No, or about your platypus and how you labeled it. Point to the things that you labeled.
Bill,
Wait, where's the bill? Point
right
to it.
here.
Good. All right.
There. This is the nostrils, but the bill is like covering it up. The
Okay.
nostrils right there. Oh, the eyes right here. Ears tucked behind eye. Ears are like right here. And this is the fur all over them. This is venomous spur behind head, hide, hind
His back legs.
legs. Right, like about right here.
What does he do with that? The venomous.
Something tries to hurt it, and like a predator, like mostly alligators and crocodiles and sharks. No, there's no sharks. So, they live in the Australian rivers, which I didn't mention yet. But the spur is to keep it protected. In the last one's tail, right on, and webbed feet, right there.
Great.
Nice.
So what do the platypuses eat?
Crawfish, worms, insects. Okay, I think that's all.
Cool. It's a great book.
Oh,
We'll have
nice
to
book.
look at. Excellent.
Oh, there's some good pictures there.
Great pictures.
I got an idea to draw this, but it didn't come out so good.
Bless you.
Sometimes platypuses mate like this picture. That green picture right there.
Mm.
That one.
That's a cute picture.
So a platypus is a mammal?
And they're the only mammals on Earth that lay eggs.
What's it?
And they're the only mammals on Earth that lay eggs.
Wow.
That's
a
interesting.
very interesting fact.
How many eggs do they lay at a time?
About two every single year, as big as a grape.
Oh, that's the size the egg is?
As big as a grape.
Wow. That's
And a platypus is like big as that square right there.
Ah. And where do they lay these eggs?
Sometimes they make barrows in rivers, but it's not going down, it's going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a flood with the water things on the parks, they may live in parks. And if you have, they may live in parks in Australia, they may lay a barrel in the side of the dirt, like in a tiny cliff on the water. And if you have a flood with those giant 2 circles, you may kill them because they can hold it for only like 30 seconds.
Oh, so they have to come up for air.
And they're endangered animals.
Good.
Why are they endangered? Do people like to hunt them?
Some people like to eat them and some people like to hunt them.
For what?
Great.
For coats, dinner, and lunch and breakfast, and sometimes even just for fun.
They can do it for fun.
And they can live up to 20 years if they're in
You can
captivity?
live up to 20 years if they're in the zoo. You can live 12 years in the wild.
Tell us a little bit about the snout.
The snout has like a million receptors on it. Humans have 5 senses. Platypuses have 1 more sense upon us. And when they're hunting for crawfish in the water, they close their eyes, ears, nose, mouth, even taste and touch. They lock down all those 5 senses, but it leaves that 1 sense. It can't.
It's the nose.
It's the reflectors that they can't shut down. It's like right all over there, but you can't see because this platypus doesn't show it.
Wow, yeah, there are thousands of
Like
receptors
10,000, I bet.
in their bill, and that's how they get their prey. That's very interesting.
And so is that bill, is that hard, like a duck's bill?
No, it's like it's soft and it's kind of squishy. You can probably break it with a knife, but if I were any of you guys, I wouldn't do that.
No.
Because I learned this in a show called Wildcrafts, and this guy named Gourmand, he actually tried to eat it.
Yeah, I watch my
Now, did the females have that venomous?
No, only the males.
Only the males have the venomous stinger.
But not baby ones. The baby one has to grow like 5 years. Look at it. It's like right where my tip of my sock is.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Emma,
how can you tell if it's a girl or a boy?
easy. This one is practically not a boy. This one's a boy because it says venomous spur, and that's how I can tell it's a boy. And if this was not here, I would tell it's a female.
Like in the wild.
Oh. Well, all you have to do is just look at their spur, and you can tell it's a male. And look at it. Oh, are you talking about the babies?
Yeah.
Oh.
Baby, you can't really tell until they
You
get
can't
older.
tell the babies until they're older, like 5 years upon them. But actually, when they're like 1.5, they sometimes grow a tiny one, like about as big as.
My pinky?
Yep. No, that's how big a grown-up one would be. It would be like as big as our eyelash so far, when it's 1.5. Questions? Henry.
How big can they grow up to?
20 in the zoo and 12 in wild. Ivy.
How far can their hair grow? Like far?
What do you
1
mean?
inch. 1.5 inch. And
How fast can they run?
2 miles.
They better swimmers, though.
They swim about like 5 miles an hour.
So they walk on land and they swim in the water.
We.
Do they have teeth?
No. And they're the only mammals that on Earth that lay eggs. And second,
One more, I think, on the
Andrea.
How long can their what are those little flappy things right here? These little flappy things.
These.
Yeah. What are those little flappy things?
Those are their flippers. And these are their hands. These are flippers.
web.
You know, you know how you see those. You know how those bats have their wings like spread out, and you see little fingers on them.
Yes.
They have webbed wings. And you see those things on the ducks? Those are webbed feet too.
Okay.
Emma, one more question.
Why do they have webbed feet?
So they can swim really, really good.
And what do they eat?
He already told us that.
Crawfish forms insects. Any more questions?
Okay, last question.
You guys,
Ava.
No
Jack.
question?
What are their predators?
Alligators, crocodile, and about if they live in the ocean, they can live in the ocean, I bet. Sharks. But if they live in the Great Barrier Reef, that would definitely be a great white.
Human?
Yes, definitely.
All right, let's give Dempsey a hand.
Dempsey, you did a great job.
Nice job.
I